had a dream many nights. I saw all these kids in this indoor football complex. They were all raising their hands in praise and worship. One night I woke up, I looked over at Natalie, and she was wide awake.
We knew this dream that Jeff had was actually a vision to us from God. Because I also had the same dream.
As a young man, I really longed for a relationship with my earthly father. It was a daily struggle in my home, is how I would describe it. He struggled with alcohol and drugs. As I started to get older, I found myself turning to some of those same things. Those things filled the hole in my heart where my father's love should have been.
Jeff and I got married young, and we had our son TJ younger than we had expected. A few years into our marriage, I saw Jeff going down the similar path that his dad had gone down. I was a believer going into our marriage. I really began to pray for Jeff that he would find Christ and a relationship with Christ, and that didn't seem to be working at the time. And after a few years of that, I really just began to pray that God would instead release me of the marriage. And instead, God told me to endure, and He told me to wait. And after I waited, in God's timing, Jeff found the Lord. And it initially impacted our home immediately, but then from that, his faith is what has grown Power Cross to what it is today.
So in 2005, I gave my life to Christ, and God immediately called us into His ministry. My son came home saying, "Dad, I want to do a Bible study." So we picked up 3 of his friends
And brought them home to our house, and we treated them just like TJ. So they did their homework, they had a snack, they played football in the yard, came in, ate dinner together, and then Jeff taught them.
I taught the absolute worst 5-minute Bible study that's ever been taught in the history of Iredell County. And then they continued to come back and want to keep coming more and more. More and more boys showed up week after week. We decided we wanted to go all in for the Lord at that point, give Him everything. And we sold our cars and we bought vans. And the first van we bought was actually called the Rolling Turd, because it not only looked like one, it also smelled like one.
These vans became part of the keystone part of our ministry, and are a huge thing that allow us to really reach out to a lot of kids around us.
If we pull our bus through the rough areas of town and we say, "Get on our bus, we're gonna have Bible study and we're gonna make you do more homework," not one kid's gonna get on our bus. But if we pull that same bus down the same road and we say, "Hey, we're gonna play ball, we're gonna feed you, we're gonna help you get better at sports and school, and we teach you about life," every kid's gonna get on our bus, and they're gonna tell all their friends about it, and their friends are gonna come get on the bus too.
So what began years ago with our son TJ and just a few of his friends in our living room is essentially still the same thing Power Cross is today.
We pick boys up at school or home, and after we pick them up, we drive them to Power Cross, and they have a snack. Then we will go immediately into tutoring. After tutoring's over, we branch off into different sporting activities. We have baseball, football, basketball, wrestling, and weight training. Then we will come back in, we sit down, we want to have a family atmosphere dinner together where the boys interact with each other while they're eating. Then we'll go in and we'll have either a 30-minute or 45-minute discipleship or Bible study, and then we load them up and take them home. Power Cross over the years has seen just exponential growth. We started out in our house, and then we went to a single facility, and then that facility grew into 3 facilities, and now we're at a second location. But we know we're only scratching the surface. We know on a daily basis there are kids out there that need Power Cross. They need it more than anything else. They need to find out about Christ, and Power Cross is the bait that the Lord has cast to go out and catch those boys.
In 2019, we started our Greater Things Challenge, and it ran through 2021. Some of you may have invested in that time. In 2022, we were blessed to be able to open this awesome football field that God provided for us.
There are so many games that take place here every year, and then practices take place here almost daily, multiple practices every day. There are a few challenges that we have right now. We can only practice till dark quite a few months of the year. And then another problem that we have is that our home side of our stadium is not completed yet. We only were able to raise the funding to complete the away side. And it's not always a great thing to have your away fans and your home fans sitting side by side. So now we're looking for your support to make this field even better.
So what seems like a problem to us is an opportunity for you, and we just hope that you might jump on board and help greater things continue to happen at this football field.
We are standing in front of the JST Discipleship Center at the Power Cross Statesville facility, and we're here to tell you about a few opportunities we have. Our number one opportunity is that we had a major fire in Salisbury, and our staff development area was completely wiped out.
We're adding to our staff at both campuses as well, so we need to expand our opportunity for those staff members to have a great place to learn and develop so they can mentor into the young men that we have here every day.
Another issue we have is that every day we actually have to leave both campuses to clean the clothes and to do the laundry and to get the uniforms ready for the young men of our program.
We keep all of our uniforms here in-house for the boys. Every day they have something they're changing into that helps them to develop athletically, and every day it's our coach's responsibility to launder that. So we are doing probably 100 loads of laundry a week.
Well, the third big issue we have at the JST building right now is it sits right next to our football field. In our football field, every weekend, we have a need for restrooms and concession stands. Last year, we actually ran off of Porta Johns, and the concession stand was underneath a tent. So, what we're doing here today is we are giving you an opportunity to jump on board with us.
We have great plans for expansion that you can see on this video. It will help us to have more room for our staff development, the laundry center that we need, and also the concession stand and bathrooms to be able to fully utilize the football field to its highest capacity. That gives us an extra piece of serving for our boys and also an extra element that we can bring the community in and really serve them well.
With God's grace again, just like building the field, Him sending us blessing after blessing, we hoped within a year to 2 year period to have this new expansion completed. Since we started our house, God has been there every step of the way for us. He has done great things and changed so many kids and people's lives, there aren't really words to describe it. Now, we're excited to see the greater things God is going to do through Power Cross Ministries.